Comic fans, how's it going? Mike from the Hardcover Comic here. Hope everyone's been enjoying the tail end of winter, if that's what you're experiencing right now. Today, I wanted to go over the collection a little bit. Mostly, I'm going to talk about things that are going to be happening this year. It's a big year. A lot of folks have asked me to give a sort of collection update, and really there isn't too much to update. Most of my books, unfortunately, are still in the US. I've got this top left corner here where I keep all my new books, things that I've got on the reading block, things that I've got to, either do a video or something that's brand new. I haven't even had a chance to take it out of the wrap yet. As much as I'd like to. But mostly you'll see books like that, they're sort of out of place. I haven't reorganized my shelf since it's in a completely different building from where I live now, temporarily. Which brings me to my first big piece of news. June this year, I'm fortunately going to be moving. Finally was able to get into the Canadian real estate market, purchase a home. So I'm going to be moving in. I'm going to have a full room dedicated to the books, dedicated to the recordings. All the hobby stuff will be in there. I'm very thrilled for that. Cannot wait for that. It's going to change everything. I'll be able to show my ugly face again on the videos. You'll be able to see me again as more than just a pale reflection on a mirror, on a glass. So I'm very excited about that. It's going to be a big change. A life-changing change, and thankfully it'll let me do this thing a lot easier. It'll make it far more enjoyable than it has been now. Nothing against the living situation I'm in now, but it's what it is, and it's kind of inconvenient to make videos since I don't have that sort of space like I used to with the couch and the collection behind me. But that's all going to change. Really, the biggest changes to my collection in 2021 were custom binds. It was the year of custom binds. So any custom bind really you see here that doesn't have a dust jacket on, it's a new bind. I think I'm at like 50 binds at this point, if not more. My collection layout's a bit weird. I forget if I had it this way the last collection video I made. I don't think so, though. Things are all over the place because of the way the best of shelves are done. You can reconfigure the shelves however you'd like, but absolutes take up a bit more, omnis take up a bit more, and you're never going to get too even a spacing if you want to optimize your usage of actual shelf space and getting as many books as you want in there. So it's kind of all over the place. I've got absolutes all lined up together in absolute size books, extra oversized, if you will, books all sort of together, separated by publisher. And then alphabetical order within there. So it's all over the place. And then my standard size books, same thing, publishers, alphabetical with a mix of continuity in there as well. So something like, Dark Knight's Metal followed by Dark Knight's Death Metal, although alphabetically that's the way that would go as well. Actually, no, it wouldn't. Death Metal would come first alphabetically. So you can't do alphabetical for everything. But that's sort of where the collection flow is at now. You can see some more books here where clearly they're newer books. I haven't had a chance to move everything in the shelf to fit them in. Going to be getting new shelves with the move as well. People want these shelves, so I'm getting rid of them. I'm getting a new set. I'm very excited for that as well. I'll probably still stick with the best of shelves, though, just because they're kind of good. It's in the name a little bit. I'm kidding. There are a ton of great shelves out there. We'll see what happens. But I'm very excited to continue the custom binding journey. I mean, Matt and I are sort of turning it into the decade of custom binds instead of the year of custom binds, just because it's so much fun to do custom binds. It's the best way to collect comics, in my opinion. I love absolutes. I love omnis, but custom binds, just the way they read, the way they look, the journey of it all, getting the pages you need to fill the custom bind in, whether that's through trade paperbacks or single issues, the getting into the bindery. I mean, for me personally, I'd personally drive to the bindery. I speak with the people. It's a great experience. And picking up those books, same thing. It's a one-of-a-kind book. There may be other folks that have custom bound the same content inside, but at the end of the day, your design will probably be a little different. It'll still have your own unique personal touches, and you're the one who went through the journey. So anyway, that's my rant there. One other thing that's kind of changed about my collection is a purge of Valiant stuff, really. I've got a few more custom binds there to get rid of, but I've gotten rid of most of my Valiant Deluxe editions. I've parted ways with those. I don't really like where the company's headed. I'm not enjoying the content as much. I need room on my shelves. I really don't want to grow past 4 shelves. Animal Man is upside down. I think it's just the dust jacket, though. I don't know why. I think I just put it upside down one day. I was in a rush, didn't have a chance to fix it. But yeah, I don't want to grow past the number of shelves I got now. I think it's a good number, and anything more than that just seems like an excessive amount for me to collect, because there are a lot of books here as I do this collection overview where I'd like to take the time, sit down, reread them, something like Invisibles, some of the Brubaker stuff a little bit. I'd love to reread Green Lantern by Jeff Johns, but I mean, these things take time, and if I just keep getting new books, it's just not possible. And I haven't even started to scratch the surface of what I've got over at Matt's place in the US. I've got like at least a dozen, 15, maybe even 20 Hulk binds I need to do. I've got about a dozen more that are already done that I need to read, collecting decades worth of Hulk, including all the books I've gotten through Organic Price Books. I mean, there's just so much chilling at Matt's place. Hoping to see him in April. Very excited for that. Heading out to Planet Comic Con. I do have a little bit of figurines here, some black and white statues I picked up over the years. Green Lantern's missing his stand. Yeah, getting into the Image stuff here, probably my favorite part of the collection. I've got Paper Girls Volume 2, haven't had the time to slip it in there yet and move everything around, shift it all around as I need to. But it's going to be very fun to do that in June. I'll definitely be doing another collection / room tour, I guess. I mean, the room itself is going to be embodying the spirit of this channel and I guess Mike from this channel with all my other hobby stuff in there. But either way, I digress. I'm very excited. I don't know how many books my collection's at now. It's probably hovering at around the 350 mark. Again, don't know if I'll ever want to go higher than that. Marvel collection hasn't really changed much at all. Not much really going on there. I do plan on continuing to bind some of the X-Men stuff. I'm being a little biased towards writers like the Simon Spurrier stuff, Kieran Gillen's upcoming title. I forget what that X-Men title is going to be called, but I'll likely be binding that along with his Eternals run. I'm very picky with my Marvel books, mostly looking at the writers themselves. A little Vertigo action to end this thing off, but that's it. That's the collection. There haven't been drastic changes. I haven't added any new shelves. I haven't maybe expanded the collection as much as other collectors out there. Kudos to them. I just, I've focused on the custom binding. I've focused on getting a house, which is eating up a lot of my budget. There's a look at the best of shelves for you all if you're curious. All the glass doors aren't lined up perfectly. Can't do that every time. It's a time-consuming process, but totally worth it. What do you guys think of the collection? Are there any books in there you'd like to own one day? Let us know down in the comment section below. Let's have a conversation, folks. And thank you all very much for tuning in. Until next time, you stay classy, Internet.